So today I want to talk to you about the importance of staying humble and why this has been, why I see this so often in so many people, and I've been guilty of it in the past myself too. So yeah, keep watching, keep listening, hope it'll be a useful one for you. Welcome back to consecutive day 1698 of the Diary of a Runpreneur. Today's topic is all about staying humble and why so many of us can kind of get carried away and we forget the importance of remaining humble. But before we do get into that, don't forget this is part of a fundraiser to save the lives of children by attempting the ultimate ultra marathon of run vlogging on consecutive days, a distance of a lap of the world, barefoot style. So do give this a subscribe, share, like and comment. More people we get in front of, more money we raise, more children's lives we save, which is why I do this every single day. So back to the topic at hand. Staying humble. Why is it important? Well, you see this particularly on social media regularly. And that is when so many of us only want to share in kind of life the parts we want people to see, or even worse, the things that we want people to perceive. So they may not even be real, but we want people to believe they're real. And you see that all the time in social media, and it's a very dangerous thing to see, especially for the younger generations, because people see things and they believe everything they see. And you know, there's a lot of kind of things about image and stuff that you see, and it's really bad for young people because they see an unrealistic side of the world, which doesn't really exist. Only a very small fraction of it does. And you quite see a lot of people, you know, that want to share their successes. That's another one. You know, very, very quick to share their successes, but not so willing to share their failures. And then people get caught up in being perceived to be something they're not, and then they feel that they have to kind of live up to this expectation, which is which they can't do, and they end up tripping themselves up in life pretty badly. I've seen it happen far too many times, and it's easy to do. So why do I relate to it? Well, I often talk about my failures, probably more than I do my successes, because in actual fact my successes are more about overcoming adversity throughout my life as opposed to just kind of all of my achievements. And I've always been one to kind of remember that we learn more from our failures than we do our successes, and that's a really, really important point. But it's easy to do because I stand here preaching almost every day when I'm running, doing my blog, and I realize sometimes I look back and I think, wow, I sounded so high and mighty and so preachy in these some of these vlog episodes. But the reality is it can be very, very different. I'm just a normal guy trying to make my way in life and do as much good as I can. That's ultimately what I do. My purpose is through my running vlog, my Runpreneur non-profit company, which is about saving the lives of children. That's my purpose, that's my passion. Does it make me better than anybody else? No, it doesn't. But sometimes I look at some of my episodes and I think, wow, I really must have thought quite highly of myself then. And I haven't intentionally done it, but it's kind of how I've delivered things in certain situations. And so I think sometimes episodes like today help remind me of who I am and what I stand for, and that, you know, it's good to regularly remind people that I'm nothing special in any way, shape or form. I just have good intention, and that's important. Intention is really important because so many of us don't know why we're doing things. I know why I'm doing them, and I know what my intention is, and that gives me a purpose. But that doesn't mean that I'm here to say I'm better than anybody, because I'm not. I really am not. But one thing I will share is my experiences, and I have been fortunate enough in life to experience some amazing things, but I've also been fortunate enough to experience some not so amazing things. And I say fortunate enough to not experience things, so experience some not so fortunate things, because as I've said before, you learn more in your failures than you do successes. And although at the time when you're going through adversity, you might feel like the world is on your shoulders. But once you come through that, and you will, and once time has passed and you get a chance to reflect on things, you actually learn to be grateful for those adversities. It's a really, really strange thing to say when you are struggling, but with time and reflection, you do get to that stage, and that's really, really important. So the learnings from my diet today is that staying humble is a really, really important aspect, because it's sometimes we can get really, really carried away when we're on the upward trend. But life is about cycles, it's about ups and downs, and it's about balance as well. So for the ups you're going to get some downs as well, and be ready for them, be prepared for them. And do you know what? It's much more inspiring seeing someone stay grounded and humble about things, not getting too carried away. And then people rally around people when they need support. But if somebody's been on their high horse and positioned themselves in, almost untouchable, when things go wrong, people are not so quick to support them. And it's not just about poor people, it's about being a good person as well. I think that's really, really important. And being humble, staying humble, is one of those traits that I think is really important in a good person. People might have differences of opinions, but that's just my opinion. So anyway, that's it from me. Any questions or comments, drop me a line. I'll respond to everyone. But do remember that it's part of a fundraiser to save the lives of children by attempting the ultimate ultramarathon of run vlogging on consecutive days of distance of lap of the world, barefoot style. So do give this a subscribe, share, like and comment. More people we get in front of, more money we raise, more children's lives we save, which is why I do this every single day. Thank you as always. Stay positive, stay happy. I'll see you again tomorrow.